Hey, Amanda. How are things going for you tonight? You enjoying that dinner that you're at with the friend of yours that you hadn't seen in a long time?
Yes, it's been amazing. Her and I are just having an absolute blast. Actually, though, it's not just that one friend, though. We ended up getting 4 other people to come over. So, in total, we ended up being 6 people, and we're all just having such a great time. So, thanks so much for staying home and agreeing to watch the kid.
It's not a problem at all. I was happy to have a quiet night in with Nina.
And how is she? I'm guessing that she's probably asleep or something by now, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We ordered out for dinner, watched a movie together, and now she's fast asleep.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm so happy that you two are getting along together. It really warms my heart.
Well, it warms mine too. To get to spend so much quality time with my daughter like this. By the way, do you have any idea how late this thing of yours is gonna go? I'm just curious about what time you think you'll be coming home.
Well, that's the thing. We were just wrapping up at dinner right now, but then someone suggested that we all go to a karaoke bar. And I didn't want to be the one person who wasn't going along with everyone, you know? So, is it okay with you if I stay out just a little later than I originally planned?
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, if everyone is still down to go out, then it sounds like the night isn't quite over yet anyways.
Thank you so much, Mark. The thing is that I'm pretty much the only non-single person, you see?
Yeah, I get it. You'd be the only person going back. It's not a problem for me at all.
I knew that you'd understand, but just now that since everyone here is single, this night could end up being an all-nighter. And I think I might want to hang out with everyone for as long as I can.
So you really think that you're going to be out until this morning then?
Is that okay? I would really, really like to. Besides, it's not like Nina is breastfeeding anymore. So, there's not a real need for me to be home tonight, right? Besides, you also have tomorrow off of work, don't you?
Yeah, that is true. I do have no work tomorrow.
Then please, just this once can I stay out? I can't remember the last time I had this much fun.
Well, okay. I guess you're right, and I really shouldn't mind. But if you're going to be out all night, just please make sure that you're being safe, okay?
Of course. I promise that I'll be safe and that nothing bad is going to happen at all. But I really am sorry to be leaving you alone all night with the kid while I go out for the night.
Don't worry about it. You're always watching Nina, and I'm more than happy to do it.
Oh, Mark, you really are such a sweet guy, you know that? I'm really so happy that I married you. I mean, I never would have thought that I'd get to go out like this after I got married, and especially not after having a kid.
I know, but we got married precisely because we love and trust each other. We promised each other that even after we got married that we wouldn't try and control each other's lives.
I know. I remember making that vow with you, and I'm so grateful that we've been able to stick to it.
I know. Me too. Although, that being said, I do feel sometimes that you might be going out a little too much lately. So, just as long as you're not taking advantage of that promise that we made, that's what matters most to me.
Oh, don't worry. I promise that this is going to be the last time for a while, okay?
That's okay. We both work and I know how stress can build up. Besides, you always did enjoy a night out even when we were dating. So I hope that you can understand when I say that maybe you could stand to just spend a little more time at home.
I know, you really are right about that. But if I spend too much time at home, I start to get really mad. And going out like this is a really good way for me to relieve some stress now and then.
Well then, that's good. I was hoping to hear something like that. Just make sure you don't drink too much on this all-nighter and be careful getting home, okay?
Hey Mark, is now a good time? I have something that I kind of want to talk to you about.
Oh? What's up, Amanda? What do you want to talk about?
Well, the thing is that I was thinking of going to stay with my parents for a little while.
You're going back to your hometown to visit your parents for a bit?
Well, I really would like to, yes. Although, I kind of want to go and see them by myself. So would you mind taking care of Nina while I go and do this?
You mean you want to go and visit your parents in your hometown by yourself, so you want me to watch our child while you do that?
Yeah, I guess. That's basically what I'm asking. Thanks for summarizing.
But do you mind if I ask why you want to go alone? Did I do something wrong? Are you mad at me or something like that?
No, it isn't anything like that at all. The truth is that my parents have both been getting kind of sick and, well, they're actually both in the hospital at the moment.
Oh no, I had no idea about any of that. That's awful. I'm so sorry, Amanda.
It's okay, Mark. I mean, it's not okay. But I called them on the phone the other day, and I could just hear that they were getting worse from their voices.
Wow. I guess these things happen when you get older, though, huh?
That's right. And I guess I've just felt like I haven't been a very good daughter lately. I mean, I hardly ever go home to visit them, and the call was the first one in I don't know how many months. So, I guess I just want to be there for my parents now that I know they're not doing so well.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from completely. I mean, if it were my parents in that position, I'd do the same. But I get it. It's not easy making time for others once you're an adult, especially your parents.
I know, and especially since they both live out in the country and make their living from farming. Well, I just can't let things fall apart for them while they're in the hospital right now. I mean, farming is hard work, and they're already so old.
Well, I am sure that your parents would be thrilled to get to see you after such a long time of you being away from them.
I think so too, but I just wanted to make sure that this was okay with you before doing so.
I understand. But it is kind of tough for you to just leave Nina alone with me to watch over her. I mean, I still have to go to work, and things get really tough when I have to do everything by myself.
I get that, Mark. But these are my parents that we're talking about here, and they're really not doing well. I mean, what if something happened to both of them and I wasn't there? If I took Nina with me, then that would be just putting more on their plate and making more work for them. So please, can't you just do this for me this once?
Okay, alright, fine. Go to your parents, Amanda. It sounds like they really need you. I'll be sure to take care of Nina and the house while you're gone.
Thank you so much, Mark. I know that you have work and that you're very busy too.
I mean, it's more than that. It's that when it's only me, it's just more physically difficult to get all that I need to do done. But I guess if things get really bad, I can always go and ask my mom for help since she doesn't live that far away.
Yes. Thank you so much for this, Mark. You don't know how much this means to me. And please tell your mom thanks for all her help.
You got it. I'll be sure to tell her that. Tell your parents I hope they're doing well as well.
Got it. And the thing is that I don't quite know when I'll be getting back from this trip. But I think that it's going to be something like 2 weeks at the least. So prepare to take care of Nina and be on your own for the foreseeable future.
Amanda, that's a really, really long time for you to be away. Do you know that?
I know, and I'm really, really sorry about this, Mark. But the thing is that it's almost harvest season, and that's the busiest time of the year. I just don't think I'd be of actual use to my parents if I stayed for any shorter amount of time.
I see. Well, I guess in that case, it sounds like we have no choice, really. I guess I'll get ready to be solo for a while.
Thank you so much for understanding, Mark. You really are a sweet angel, and I'm so lucky to have you.
Amanda, are you there? Can you please just tell me when you're gonna come home? I mean, you've been away for almost a whole month now, and you've barely even talked to me while you've been gone.
Oh, Mark, I'm so sorry about that. The harvesting has just been so busy, and I've barely had a moment to myself.
And I guess I take it that means you're not gonna be coming home anytime soon then?
Yeah, really I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think.
So you're saying there's still a bunch of work to do over there? Because I really would like you to come home soon. I'm really, really tired over here.
I understand that, Mark. But the thing is that my parents are much, much worse than I thought they were. And I think that if I wasn't here, then nothing would be getting done around the farm. So I need to hurry up and keep harvesting so that everything is ready for sale. I get that you're tired, but I'm out in the field every day trying to take care of business for my parents.
I guess you're right. I don't have it as bad as I think.
And once the harvest and selling is done, there's all the work that comes with preparing the fields for next year. There have been some days where I'm practically all night working on something for them. I've barely gotten any sleep these past few days.
So then I guess you really won't be able to come home anytime soon, huh?
I'm sorry, Mark. I know that this hasn't been easy for you at all.
I mean, I know that you have things really hard as well, but I'm just getting really worn out. I mean, I know that you want to be there for your parents, but it doesn't change how much work that puts on me. And even though I'm not doing farm work, I'm still working really hard.
I know, and I am really sorry, Mark. You've been doing so much with having to work and take care of Nina and yourself. I promise that I really am trying to come home as soon as I possibly can.
I get that you're probably just as tired as I am. Just take care of yourself over there, okay, Amanda? I'm sorry that I'm calling you back when you still have so much to do.
No, I really do get it. I know that you want me back, and I really am trying to go back. I promise.
But you have time to be there for your mom and dad. I understand. I really do think it's a great thing you're doing for your parents, you know. I mean, it really does sound like if it wasn't for you, their farm might be over as we know it. It's all in the harvest whether or not a farm is going to survive after all.
Oh, trust me, I am very familiar with that concept. But I'm just glad to be here. I mean, I used to be such a troublemaker when I was a little girl, and I really hope that I can get my parents to see me in a new light by doing this.
I am sure that your parents are very grateful and proud of you for what you're doing. But anyways, good luck dealing with the rest of the harvest. Also, I just want you to know that Nina really misses having you at home. But we both just hope that you're doing okay.
Mark, I'm so sorry for the radio silence. Can you believe that it's been 3 months since I left? It really doesn't feel like it at all to me. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know I'm on my way home now.
You know, I was already apprehensive enough about you being gone this long. But the least you could have done was call me.
I know. I really am sorry, but things just kept coming up.
Are you even really at your parents' house right now?
Of course I am. Just what do you think I've been doing these past months?
Well, I heard that your parents sold the farm and that there's not even anything there anymore. So, I don't know. What have you been doing?
Sold the farm? What are you talking about? Is that a joke or something?
It's not a joke. It's a truth. Your family's farm is gone and there's nothing left of it.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I mean that I actually went to your parents' house yesterday.
Wait, what? You went to my parents' house? I mean, you came here where I am and have been the past 3 months?
Well, I was just getting so worried when I didn't hear from you that I went to go and check on you myself. And when I got there, it was all gone. I asked some locals about what had happened and they said that it got swept away in some big flood that happened.
You're kidding me. So there's nothing left standing there at all?
Why don't you actually go to their house and see for yourself? Did you really not know there was a huge flood in your hometown?
But what about my parents? Are they okay?
They're okay. They evacuated in time and are perfectly safe. But they told me that they hadn't heard from you in a long, long time.
But I don't believe it.
You are such a liar, do you know that? You've been just horrible. You told me this whole time that you were doing this for your parents' sake. The whole reason I felt okay about you going away this long was because I thought you were going to take care of them. But you haven't even been talking to them. They had no idea what you were talking about when I told them what you had told me. In fact, they were speechless when I told them that I thought that they were with you for the past 3 months.
But, okay, wait. Just let me explain, okay? This is just a big misunderstanding.
Oh, sure. I'd love to hear what excuse you have for yourself. But why don't you come over to where your parents and I are first? I'm sure they'd love to see you.
Mark, I'm so sorry for lying to you. But you were telling the truth. I stopped in my hometown because I didn't believe what you were saying. But the house really was all gone.
Were you able to go and meet your parents as well? So sorry I had to leave early, but I just couldn't stand to see you.
Yes, I went to go and see them and they were so disappointed in me. They even told me they were going to disinherit me. They said that they had already come to that decision before this, since I hardly even went to go and see them anyways.
Well, I'm sure that they were disappointed in you. I mean, you lied about where you were for 3 whole months. But if you don't tell me the truth right now, I'm gonna divorce you. I already want you out of the house.
Okay, you're right. The truth is that I actually did go on a trip, okay?
And just who did you go on a trip with? I care much more about that than where you went.
I was with a man. I took this trip with a man.
And this is a man that I know?
No, I don't think you know him. I actually met this guy in a bar about a year ago.
And? So what kind of trip was it? What kind of relationship do you have with this guy?
He's just a friend, I swear.
Amanda, I thought I told you that I wanted you to tell me the truth. Because I'm going to be looking into who this guy is. So this is your last chance to tell me the truth about who it is that you went on a trip with.
Okay, Okay, I'm sorry. He isn't just a friend, and it wasn't just a friendly vacation.
Then say it. Tell me that you cheated on me.
Okay, I admit it. I was cheating on you for the past 3 months.
I can't believe you. I mean, it's always bad enough that you went and had this affair. But for a whole quarter of a year?
I really am sorry, Mark. You have to believe me. We were in Hawaii, and every time it was almost time to go home, he asked if I would stay with him for longer, and well, it was just too good to pass up.
I should have known what you were up to when you were hardly even talking to me. But to think that you were cheating on me this whole time? I never even heard of this happening to someone else, you know? It's just ridiculous.
Mark, I'm so sorry. I'll say it as many times as I need to for you to believe me. But I should have never done this, especially not for 3 months. But it was just nice to be kid-free and well, I guess I just ended up thinking in island time.
Island time? Are you kidding me? Are you really trying to come up with excuses for what you've done? I really just don't even know what to say.
You're right. That was wrong of me. I shouldn't have said that. That was stupid. All I ever do is cause you pain. I'm so sorry, Mark. But I swear to you that this will never ever happen again.
Oh, you can go ahead and do it as many times as you want. See if I care. Because I am through with you. And any love that I still had for you ended when I drove up to your parents' empty farmland. But you can just go ahead and leave me. Just go and marry this guy since you want to be with him so badly.
Wait, no. Mark, you don't understand. This isn't the kind of guy that I want to marry. I never once thought of leaving you.
So now you're trying to tell me you don't want me to leave you for this?
Well, it's a bit more than that. The thing is that this guy is also married, you see? And the guy's wife comes from a really rich family. So I know that he would never leave his wife for me.
I see. So basically you're telling me that both of you were cheating on your spouses then. It sounds to me like you're both just horrible, awful people. But that's all the more reason to leave you. I never ever want to see you again.
Please, Mark, don't do this to me. I'm begging you. I mean, I told you everything that happened between us. You said that you wouldn't leave me if I told you the truth, remember?
I did say that, but I forgot to mention that if you tell me everything, I'll divorce you anyways.
Wait, what? So you tricked me? You were always going to leave me no matter what?
Oh, please. Do you think you're in any place to complain about being tricked after what you did to me? I knew that you were going out more even before this trip. But I guess it wasn't all just to see this guy, was it?
No, it isn't like that at all. There were really times when I was just going out with friends too. I swear, you have to believe me.
And what about the last time? The time you went to go see your friends and you all ended up drinking and going to karaoke. I want you to give me the names and the numbers of all the people that you were there with. You understand me? I just want to make sure that you really were out with who you said you were.
No, I'll tell you the truth. I was with the guy.
Well, I guess that I can guess exactly what you were doing when you were staying up all night with him. But to think that you had the gall to leave Nina with me and make me stay at home all by myself while you did this to me?
Please, Mark. I'm so sorry. What do you want from me? Do you want me to get down on my knees and beg you not to leave me? Because I'll do it if that's what it takes for you not to leave me.
If you think that's gonna make me stay with you, then you've got another thing coming. You only ever cared about yourself, and it's clear to me now that you never really cared about Nina or I. You pushed everything onto me, and you lied to me about what you were doing to justify it. You guilted me into thinking that you were doing backbreaking work for your family when you were in Hawaii. You barely talked to me for 3 whole months while you were away and pretended like we were both having it so hard. I thought we were going through this together, and now I realized that I was a fool to ever believe you. It wasn't long afterwards that Amanda and I finalized our divorce. Our lawyers discussed the terms of the divorce, and in the end, we didn't have to split our assets at all. I kept mine, and she kept hers. Although, I did make sure that I kept full custody of Nina. Although, because Amanda had spent so much of her own credit while in Hawaii hoping that her boyfriend would pay it back all to her, She found herself in quite a bit of debt after we broke up. I was able to find out who this man of hers was, and I made sure to tell his wife about what him and Amanda had been up to. I ended up suing him and Amanda for their affair and got a payout of $100,000. I heard that the guy's wife had also ended up suing the two of them, and that they were basically left with nothing by the end of it. Last I heard, the two of them fled town to avoid all the rumors flying around them, and I have never ever heard from Amanda since. I almost wanted to make her pay child support, but I chose instead just to keep her as far away from Nina as I could. But just because I try to keep Amanda out of Nina's life doesn't mean that I don't think Nina shouldn't have a relationship with her grandparents. Amanda's parents were so sorry about what their daughter put us through. They offered to help out in any way that they could, and I call on them when I need some assistance. In fact, Nina insisted on going to their house for the summer because she wants to be there to help them harvest at their new farm. So I guess it sounds like I'll be the one on my own for a few months this summer. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Nate, I just got to the house.
Oh, you got there pretty quickly. I'm still on my way walking back to the house right now. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to bring you over or anything.
No worries. It was a lot easier for me to take the bus anyway. So you wouldn't have had to take me all the way over on your own. Also, tomorrow you have a business trip, right?
Well, I don't really want to go on that trip for work, especially since we are going to be married here in another month or so. I guess my company doesn't really care about my personal life.
Nate told you before we even planned on getting married that you'd have this trip, right? Just be happy that everything between both our parents went well when we had everyone talk about the marriage. And today, being able to find a really nice place for us to move into after we got married takes a whole lot of stress off our backs, right?
I really hope that we were able to pass the application for the place and get it. I do feel as though the rent on the place can be a little high.
Well, there's no need to really worry about that. You and I are both working, so we have the money for it. And even after having a baby, I'm not planning on quitting my job over it. And even if one of us does end up leaving our jobs, the rent isn't high enough where we can't pay it.
But having only one of us working would make it so hard to pay for things. But the two of us do have a lot in our savings, so I think that will be okay.
That's right. And also, this place is the kind of house we've both been wishing for, right? The door is watched by a security camera, and we're even able to have pets in it. And even if those two things don't sell it for you, the place is really close to all the other forms of transit in town, like the bus and subway. So having the rent be a little bit higher for all that makes this place a steal.
You have a good point. It's rare these days to find places that allow you to have pets for that cheap. Sorry about that. I was the one that wants a cat after we get married, so we'll definitely be paying a bit more for that.
No worries. I also want us to get a cat, so it's all good. But I'm a bit surprised by you wanting a cat. I mean, you've had dogs all your life, right? Why would you rather have a cat over a dog?
Well, I've just seen one of my friend's cats online a lot, and seeing it all the time has made me kind of learn to really love and want one.
I suppose seeing your friend's cute cat all the time would do that to someone. Having an animal at home is something really amazing, right?
That's right. Being able to call them over at any time and they just come right up to you, or just the fact that they look so darn cute doing their own thing. I can't wait to have a cat of our own.
If we're able to sign the contract and everything smoothly, you're fine with both of us moving out of our places as soon as possible, right?
Yeah, that should be fine. Once I get an okay from the realtor on the place, I'm going to get all my things packed and ready to go. And I'll make sure to let you know as well.
All right. Well, while you're out on your business trip, I'll start working small amounts of time on getting my things together, and I can even do the same for you if you want. I have the chance to help you out since you'll be out of town for a bit.
Well, I can handle most of my things when I'm back in town.
But you have lots of things to take over, right? So when I finish all my packing, I'll come over and help.
No, you really don't have to.
But you happen to have a pretty messy place normally, so why can't I come over and just tidy it up a bit? I don't really care that it's that messy, but
I really only like you there when it's looking nice. So you can wait to help me after I get back. I don't want you cleaning up after me even before we get married.
before I could believe that you'd end up cleaning your place out before because it was clean there.
And that's because before I really did put a lot of effort into it. But right now, I've left the place a real mess.
Well, just promise me that when we get to our new place together, you don't leave it messy all the time.
I won't. I'll have you around the house then, and won't want to turn you off. Ah, crap. I still haven't cleaned the suit that I plan to bring with me on the trip tomorrow.
Huh? Are you gonna be okay?
I'll toss it in the washer and then it'll dry after. It's going to be thrown in with my other clothes anyway tomorrow, so I don't need to wear it just yet.
We really have been all over the place now after deciding on the day we get married. And this trip is gonna be a week or so, right?
Yep. I'll be back during the middle of next week or so. When I'm back in town, I'll come over to your place.
Sounds good. Have a good trip tomorrow, and I hope everything goes well for you. I'll get in touch with you again tomorrow.
Alright. I'll send you a message when I'm on my way out to town as well. See you later.
Nate, how have you been feeling?
I'm doing a lot better now, Carrie. I'm even able to get back into the office today. Sorry that I wasn't able to come over yesterday.
No worries about that, it's fine. After getting back from the business trip, we've had to get ready for the move, right? I'm sure you haven't been feeling well now because you've gotten pretty exhausted, right?
I think that's what happened. When I get out of work today, I'm going to go straight back home to rest some more again.
That's a good idea. Are you alright on food and things like that? I can make you something simple and bring it over for you.
No, don't worry about that. You're a pretty busy woman right now, so I don't need you coming over here to care for me. And right now, the whole house is a bit messy, with all the boxes and stuff towered around waiting for the move. I'm going to stop by the gas station and grab some food, and then after eating, go right to bed.
Do you think you're going to be alright in 3 days when we have to go to the courthouse and file our marriage? You said you'd take the day off work for that, but, well, yesterday you had the day off work, and so I'm not sure they'll still let you have a day off for that.
You have a good point there. I told you before that I'd get the day off by using some of my PTO, but until that day, I'm going to have to get a lot of work done at the office and probably won't be able to see.
I see. Well then, how about I just stop over and get your signature and I'll run to the courthouse myself? And then I'll have your parents or my parents there as a witness to it.
Sure, that sounds a lot better.
By the way, Nate, I have something I kind of want to ask you, but it's a little bit out of nowhere.
What is it?
Did something happen to you? Ever since you came back from that business trip, you've been a bit strange.
What's been strange about me? Did I say something wrong?
Up until now, you've always been talking to me every day, but recently, if I don't send you a text, you won't say anything to me.
Well, I just haven't been feeling well enough to think about texting, nor have I really had the time to. So calling that strange of me is a bit... Well, I just don't like you calling something like that strange is all.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking a little bit about all of that, and I didn't know if you were aware of it as well.
Are you starting to rethink the two of us getting married or something? You have always been so excited to be with me, so it's a bit unnatural of you. Maybe this is what all of women are like?
That's not it. The other day you said you'd come over to see me, but instead you canceled those plans to go out drinking, right? You told me you were busy with work and that's why you couldn't come, but...
Huh?
Well, I heard from a friend of mine that they saw you while they were out, and since then you've been a bit off.
Ah, sorry about that. One of my friends from school is getting married and asked me to go out for some drinks with him beforehand. So I lied to you saying I was busy with work.
Well then, why didn't you just tell me that? Why would you lie about something so simple?
Well, I was going out with another woman drinking, and I didn't want to worry you by saying that what was really going on. Especially since we are so close to being married.
I'm more shocked by the fact that you hid all of that from me. From now on, I want you to tell me the truth, always.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I'll make sure that from now on I tell you everything, and the truth.
Please.
Has this made you rethink the two of us getting married in any way?
No, that's not happening. I just thought it would have been better if you had told me the truth about not meeting up with me. You're the one not feeling well right now, so I shouldn't have stressed you out about that just then. Sorry. I hope that's the case.
No problem. I got you all worked up over it, so that's my bad. But it won't be too much longer before you and I are living together forever. So when that starts, we won't have to feel worried about one another ever again.
I hope that's the case. Remember that you're not feeling 100% yet, so don't overdo anything. And if you need anything from me, just give me a call or a text.
Will do. Well, I'm getting back to work now. Good luck with your work, Carrie.
Nate, I'm sorry for trying to get a hold of you so many times, but I'm seriously worried about you. It's been 8 whole hours now since the two of us were supposed to meet. And I'd like it if you could at least send me something so that I know that you're safe or not. We can set up another day to do all this marriage paperwork. And if you have anything to say to me about the marriage, I'll listen to you. You don't even have to say anything to me about it. Tell your mom or your dad, just please send us something so that we know you're alive.
Carrie, I'm so sorry that I'm this late getting back to you.
What, Nate?
You must have really been worried about me, huh? You never heard from me for a whole month there.
Well, yeah.
I had a lot go on all at once, and that's why I wasn't able to reply to you. I'm sorry about the day we were supposed to get married. I got into an accident, and that day turned into weeks, and then a month. I lost memory of a lot of things, including you back then.
You were in an accident?
I was on my way to your place, but then something happened to me and I had to be put in the hospital. I could have never imagined I'd get into an accident on the day we were supposed to go to the courthouse. At the time, I didn't even know what happened to me, and I couldn't figure out what to do next.
Is that so?
But I've finally been able to remember everything, and that's why you were the first person I contacted today. I'm so sorry for making you wait. Now that I'm back, let's go get all of our things together and hand in our paperwork to the courthouse.
You really had to think about how to phrase that one, didn't you?
Huh?
I'm not going to the courthouse with you.
Why not?
You're asking me why, yet you're the one that should understand why the most, right? And this will only be the beginning of your hell, so don't you dare forget about today.
Carrie, have you forgotten about the love you had for me and no longer want me? I'm so sorry for not being able to be with you on the day we should have gotten to the courthouse and gotten married, but it's not like I chose not to go with you that day. I had that accident and everything. You understand what I'm saying, right?
You're lying about having forgotten about everything at the time due to memory loss, right?
I can understand why you think I might be lying, but it's true.
Then what hospital did you end up being admitted to?
Where was it again? I was only there for like a few days, so I just had to go in and get my injuries looked after, and then they let me loose.
You weren't talking with me for a month, though. So what was going on after you had left the hospital?
Well, the person that hit me with their car was very nice to me, and so for a little while, I was cared for by them at their house.
You had your wallet with you and everything, right? I'm sure that person knew who you were the moment they hit you and looked at your ID.
I ended up losing my wallet at the scene of the accident.
But you still had your smartphone on you, right?
I didn't remember my password at the time. I really don't remember all that went down back then because it's all a bit foggy still in my mind. So I really have no idea what's going on after the accident had happened.
Oh, is that right? So you must have been hit real hard in the head to have zero memory of what happened on the day you got into that accident and the events after.
Stop acting like I'm making this up, okay? The moment I got my memory back of who I was and what I was doing, I made this text to you, right? After looking at all the calls and texts from you, I can only imagine the fear and worry you had thinking about what happened to me. I understand that the pain all this has caused to you was the worst thing you've ever felt. But please, trust what I'm saying.
What you had done is not something I'm going to forgive, Nate.
What? Hold on a second. I just got back to my house and it seems that my key isn't opening the door for me.
Ah, well, your parents happened to take care of that place for you.
Huh? What do you mean? Why?
Well, that's because you ended up going out with another woman and left me for nothing, right? I know about everything you've been up to since the day you stopped talking to me. That's why I said what I said. You're about to experience hell from now on.
You think I cheated on you? Why would you think something like that? I told you all that happened was I was in an accident and for about a month I couldn't message you.
You really think a lie like that is gonna fly? When you stopped talking to me or replying to anything we sent you, your parents and I went everywhere looking and checking to see if you were okay. We thought that there was a chance you were in an accident, and that's why we called the police and searched all the hospitals around. But we were never able to find you anywhere, so that crap about you being in an accident was all a lie.
No, I'm being serious about getting into an accident. I didn't even know my own name at the time, so that's why you were never able to find me.
And the police helped us by going out searching for people that might have ended up that way.
How many people do you think there are in this state that end up having memory loss and all of that? There's no way the police were able to search through everyone.
Well, it didn't take them all too long since they were only 35 in the state at the time.
Well, they might have missed me or something, right? Why can't you just believe what I'm telling you? You think that because I never came in on the day of our courthouse visit and never contacted you that I was actually out cheating? That's so mean of you, Carrie. I'm coming back from a horrible accident asking to marry you, and this is how you're going to treat me?
Then who's this Lily that works at a strip club? I bet you're wondering why I know about her, right? Well, the police allowed me to get a detective to search for you, and they spend days going through all the messages the two of you sent over the internet. You happen to follow her on a lot of social media, right? You've liked a bunch of her photos and videos, and even made comments on all her posts. She even happens to have a cat. How funny is that? You told me you wanted to get a cat after we got married, right? Maybe this Lily is the reason for that.
Hold on for a minute. I'm kind of surprised you'd make an accusation like that just from the things you've seen on social media.
Oh, please, Nate. Are you an idiot or something? I'm not making an accusation like this because of all that. Those posts that you liked of hers and all the comments and messaging with her are just the start. When you happen to get into that accident and say that you don't remember anything, that was the time Lily quit her job at the strip club because she said she was going to marry you, right?
I'm not sure about that.
Well, she's back working there now. That's because she ended things with you, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd like you to stop thinking I've had anything to do with her just based off of that.
You're gonna keep this up, Nate. Well, the detective went out and got a few pictures of you going over to Lily's house with her. What do you make of that? Everybody knows that you were cheating on me, and there's no way of hiding it now. So that's why I'm not getting married to you now. What the hell is this about getting into an accident and losing your memory?
But I told you already that I did lose my memory.
No, you just left me for her, and when marrying her failed, you came right back to me, right? I'll let you know that for the time being, your parents will be paying the settlement that I've asked for from you in your place. But once you're back around them, I'd like for you to pay them back for all the money they've given me.
You think I actually broke things off with you right before we were supposed to get married?
I'm right about it though, right? You left me on the day we were supposed to go to the courthouse and file our marriage and then cheated on me.
Wait, I really have learned that you're the woman that I truly love, Carrie. So I left Lily and came back for you.
Is that what happened? Well, that doesn't make me any more happy. You should have just married that woman.
Well, that chick could not cook to save her life, nor could she get the chores done. And she really loved using my money up. I gave up my job and my family for her. Because she told me that everyone would celebrate us getting married and give me tons of money for it.
Really? Well, I don't give a crap. Sucks to be you.
And that's when I learned that you really are the one I care about. I can't be with some money-burning, shameful woman like her when I have you around to love. You're even good at doing chores and cooking, right? And that's why I felt that you really are the one for me, and that I need to marry you. I'm sorry for not showing on that day, but I've learned that you're the one that I love, so you don't have to worry anymore.
Have you listened to a word I've said? I told you that I don't want to marry you anymore. You think I'm that pathetic where I'd marry someone who left me right before we got married to be with a stripper? You can see me as that much of a brainless idiot?
You and I were doing so well before.
We sure were, right? But you went ahead and cheated on me and ruined everything we had built together. So now you're gonna be responsible for what you've done, please. And as for your things, they're all at that new house waiting for you.
Huh? You sent it all to the new house?
And the rent has been paid for using your money from your bank account, so if you'd like to move into it now, you'd better hurry up.
You didn't end up canceling the contract signed on that place?
I didn't.
I wasn't even around, so why did you leave me as the one renting it?
Well, that's because we learned about how you were cheating on me. And since you were the one paying for the place, I just assumed that when you saw the first month's rent being taken, you'd give the realtor a call about it and cancel your contract. I had wanted to ask about what we should do with your place, and your parents ended up making the final choice. I'm shocked to see after a month of never talking to me has passed, you're back to even asking me to marry you.
That's messed up. And now I've got to pay my parents back for a settlement they paid to you?
Yep. They had to pay for me to find a new place to live and pay for me having to hire a moving team to do the work for me. So that's part of the settlement, as well as the part for cheating on me while we were engaged. All of that together was around $50,000.
Huh? $50,000?
You had $30,000 in savings, didn't you? You can hand that to them right now, and for the next few months, you'll have to pay that remaining $20,000 to the both of them.
Hold on a moment. I have to pay for that new place rent as well. And for the past month, I haven't been working any. If anything, they've already fired me for not showing up to work.
I don't care. You're the one that chose to cheat on me, right?
Carrie, where are you right now? Allow me to meet you once. I have a lot I want to talk about in person with you. Allow me to apologize to you in person for what happened today.
There's no need for that. I'm actually quite happy that I never got married to you. I could already tell by the way you were acting the day before we were supposed to go to the courthouse that you had something else you were hiding from me, right?
You've got that all wrong. I was really confused on what to do that day. I'm sorry, but I just happened to be a very indecisive person at times.
Well, I'm not the kind of person who has time for indecisiveness, especially when it involves you cheating on me and ghosting me for a month. You're only back here now because things with her didn't work out. How much farther are you going to try to take this, Nate? Do you seriously think I'm that much of an idiot?
I'm not trying to do anything wrong here. I finally figured out who's the most important person to me. And that person is only you, Carrie. So please don't throw me away now. I promise that I'll never cheat on you again.
You threw me away first, Nate, so you should have just stayed away from me and never came back. Are you kidding me trying to use memory loss from an accident as your excuse? I'm not going to ever trust someone again who uses that as their excuse for everything. There is no more wanting to marry you left in me anymore, so just go back to your stripper or something, you jerk. From there, Nate went back to his parents' house and apologized to the both of them. Of course, neither of them were going to forgive him and took him to his bank where he transferred all of that $30,000 into their bank account. They were able to get that much from him to start at least, and that remaining $20,000 will have to be paid off to them starting now, and that's what the plan is. But due to the cost of the rent on that new place he has, he will never be able to make enough to cover both every month. And following him taking a whole month off work unannounced, the company let him come back to work, but only for one day where they told him to never come back again. And so, as for now, he no longer has himself a job. And since he hasn't lived in that new place a whole year yet, like the contract stated, he's going to have to pay a fine. So, since he has no way of moving out of that new place, he's only left with having to find a way to pay that rent every month. He was able to find himself a job working in a steel factory, but the work is tough on him, and he doesn't make enough yet to cover all his bases. I think it's a great thing to see that he's going to be living in hell for a very long time, and I hope he serves his time well there. When I first realized that my fiancé was never going to show up to the courthouse to marry me, I thought my life was over. But from there, I was able to learn about the person he really was, and that began to make those feelings of sadness and loneliness turn into feelings of anger and vengeance. I thought those negative feelings would eat me alive, but I was lucky to have my family there, as well as his family and friends, to support me in making the appropriate choices. I'm not 100% confident that I'm okay with all that's happened yet, but I will say that I'm really glad I never married him. And I'm sure the rest of my feelings will fade over time. I'm sure that by the time I'm a lot older and wiser, I'll look back on all of this and laugh about how stupid and terrible of a man Nate really was to me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Mom, there's something I'd like to ask from you.
Nice to hear from you, Carson. What do you need from me?
I'm kind of wondering if, for a little while, you'd be willing to come over to my house. Of course, I don't mind you only coming when you have time to.
You want me to start coming over to your house? What for?
Well, actually, Christy hasn't been feeling too well lately. So, things like taking care of the house and parenting has been tough on her.
Is Christy going to be okay, though? Have you two gone to the doctors yet to talk with them? Are you sure that she hasn't come down with something serious like the flu?
She's not sick with anything that's causing her to be on her deathbed or anything. Well, But let's just say that it hasn't gotten that bad yet.
But you're not going to tell me what she has. Are you sure she's doing okay at the moment?
Well, we're really not sure what's up with her besides that she might just be really exhausted from having to handle everything at home and isn't really doing too well mentally. When we did see a doctor about it, they told us she most likely needs some time to herself for a while. He felt that a few weeks off of doing anything stressful should help her get her energy back up. I can definitely tell that she's been in a slump lately, though. Waking up every morning has been like a battle for her.
And having a little one at only 3 years old probably doesn't help the situation for her any. I think right now is one of the most difficult times for us women when we become a mother.
She's sitting in her daycare right now, but that's only for a few hours, then he's right back by her side. So she really doesn't get any breaks. I'm able to take care of things on the weekends, but that's not enough for Christy to catch any breaks. I think she's really had enough for a while.
I think so as well. And when it comes to you coming home from work, you're usually not able to get out of work until later in the evening. Being around a toddler and having to do all the chores all day every day must really be taking a toll on her.
When you had to raise me around that age, was it tough for you too?
Well, of course it was. You never listened to a single word I said to you. And when I'd take my eyes off of you for not even a second, you'd run off somewhere. However, I never had it as bad as Christy, obviously, as I never had to deal with my health deteriorating from taking care of you. At least I had a few days where I'd get out of the house and refresh myself.
Is that right? Sorry about that.
You don't have to apologize for back then. You were just a toddler back then, and I was just a young mother at the time. I had to rely on your grandma a few times to watch over you when I'd take a day off. But she started to get upset with me for that, so I had to get back to work with you. However, when I really think about it all now, it makes sense why she got upset with me for always wanting to take a day off. But of course, everyone deserves at least a small break when having to do all the work at home while also raising a baby.
I really wish I could create more time to be home to help with chores and raising our kid. I've left Christy with all the important work and it's destroying her. Of course, I know that she understands that it's all necessary, but... Well, anyway, Mom, I'd really like for you to help us out for a bit here. Just until she's able to get her strength back and starts getting back to it. I understand that you have a lot going on yourself these days, but what do you think? We really only need you around to help with the chores. Christy can handle our boy.
I'll be over there whenever you need me. So you're fine with me just doing the chores around you guys' house? You'd be fine with me watching after him after he gets home from daycare as well, right?
Don't worry. We're going to have him go to another daycare actually, where he can be looked after for the whole day. So, you really don't have to worry about him any. They will be able to handle him for the whole day as well as feed him and all that.
Well, if that's what you want to do with him. So I'll just be in charge of handling the chores and cooking.
Yep. Christy will be sleeping for most of the day besides when she has to go to daycare and back. So it'll just be you handling all of the housework and all that.
I don't mind that at all. She isn't in the best of shape, so she deserves to catch up on whatever rest she needs. So, should I start coming over there tomorrow?
That would be great, Mom. I'll drop off the key to our house while I'm on my way to work tomorrow, so you can get it from me then.
Huh? But isn't Christy going to be at your house?
She's actually got to go to the hospital tomorrow. So I don't think there will be anyone at the house with you for most of the day.
Is that so? All right, then. Then I guess I'll have to let myself in. I'll make sure not to go through cleaning all your drawers and things like that, but everything else will get cleaned. And as for dinner, I'll make sure to have that ready for everyone by the time you get home.
Really? That would be amazing, Mom. I'm sorry to have to ask you to make dinner that late in the day, but please?
I know what all you like to eat, but what about Christy and the baby? Do they have any allergies or things that they don't want to eat?
Those two don't have any allergies to anything. But our boy doesn't really like to eat carrots.
Sounds good. I'll do my best to make things for him that don't include carrots then. Starting tomorrow, I'll get a feel for what it's like to do the chores and cooking in your house, and from there, I'll set up a schedule. How does that work for you?
That's fine. I don't mind that at all. Mom, I'm really sorry if this gets in the way of any of your plans.
You're not getting in the way of anything important. We love to help one another in this family, and it makes me happy that you're asking me to help you all out. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. What time will you be home from the hospital today?
Shauna, you're still over at our house right now?
That's right. I wanted to get a head start on cooking up you guys' dinner for tonight, so that's why I'm still around right now. Also, I have something I'd like to talk with you about. And I'd rather we talk about it in person when you get back home today.
I'm sorry. I think I'll be at the hospital for a little while longer today. So if you could just ask me right now through text, that would help me out a ton.
I suppose I will then. Well, this has to do with some of your cleaning supplies. I'd like to go out and buy some more things. Your husband was able to tell me where the extra laundry detergent was, but there's not much left of it now. And as for a lot of the other cleaning supplies, we're going to need some more. I just wanted to ask if you knew of any other places in your house where there might be some cleaning supplies for me.
Nope. Besides on top of the cabinet, there isn't anywhere else that we keep our cleaning supplies.
Are you sure? Because you all didn't have a whole lot to begin with, so maybe you guys aren't really used to using all the cleaning supplies I normally use? Are you guys more into just using soap and water for a lot of the cleaning?
Well, it's not really like that, but I've just been able to clean the house with whatever's been above that cabinet.
Well, that seems to be the case then. Then you wouldn't mind me going out to buy some more, right?
Sure. Go ahead and get whatever you'd like. I don't really care what you get to help clean the house since you're the one doing all that work. And you don't even have to bother asking me questions about the cleaning from now on there. As long as you're not getting into any of our private drawers and things like that, I don't care what you do or clean.
I promise not to clean anything that you guys don't want me touching, so don't worry about that. So now, Christy, how have you been feeling lately? I haven't really heard too much from Carson about how you're doing, so I'm a bit curious. Are you starting to feel any better now that you're getting plenty of time to rest again?
It's only been a week, Shauna. What makes you think anything could change in such a short amount of time? I'm still feeling like crap, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be this way for me.
Well, I guess you're right. Well, if there's anything else you need from me, let me know. I want to do anything I can to make sure that you're feeling better again.
Alright. But in your case, all you need to do are the chores and the cooking, and that will be enough. Are we done here now? There's nothing left that you have to ask me about, right?
Right. There's nothing else. Well, there is something to do with some people living in this apartment building with you that's caught my attention. I had met with a couple of moms the other day that happened to have kids around the same age as your son, and we talked for a bit. Well, when I went up to talk to them about how things have been going around here, they all ignored me and walked away. So I guess I really didn't talk with them more than just a mere introduction. It was like they all gave me the cold shoulder right after I introduced myself.
Didn't I tell you to only work on cleaning and cooking within our place? You shouldn't be going around talking to all of them, okay? I think it was totally natural for all of them to ignore you when none of them even care about who you are. You don't even live in the apartment building either! If you keep that up, one of them might end up calling the police on you or something, thinking that you're up to no good.
But we happen to cross each other's paths every so often at the elevator or at the front door. So I just thought it'd be nice of me to talk with them.
Today isn't like the old days that you used to live in. These days, most people don't want to talk to strangers, so can you please just leave all of them alone for me? If you keep all of that crap up, they're all going to start thinking my family is weird and things like that.
I'm sorry about that, Christy. I'll make sure to leave them all alone from now on.
I'm just starting to get back into a good mental state again. So could you please stop doing things that'll stress me out again?
I will. I promise I won't do anything else like that again, so you can relax now.
Sorry. I'm going to feel sick again, so I'll be going.
I'm sorry for doing something that stressed you out so much, Christy. I'll make sure that when I'm back here in a couple of days, I bring a bunch of new cleaning supplies to work with. If there's anything you need me to grab for you while I'm out shopping, just let me know. I'll make sure to buy it for you.
I'm totally fine, Shauna. Just leave me as I am, and that helped me out a bunch. Now I'm going to stop talking.
Mom, I know that we've been the ones asking you to be here all the time, so I feel bad saying this, but you no longer have to come to our house anymore.
Huh? What's happened to make you change your mind? Does this mean that Christy has started to feel better again and can get back to being a mother?
That's not it. Because of you doing things you shouldn't have been doing, things have gotten worse.
I haven't done anything besides clean the house and cook for you guys.
Recently, you went out to buy some cleaning supplies for us to help restock everything, right? But you started to text Christy about it, nagging her about how she didn't have enough supplies for you to work with and that she needs to do better next time, right?
I was never nagging her about it. I was only asking her if it was okay for me to go out and buy more things. That way I could get back to cleaning everything in the house for you all. Look, I get that there are minimalist people out there, right? I understand completely that some people don't want to use a whole bunch of different cleaning supplies when doing the chores. So I had only asked her if it was fine for me to buy a few more things to help me out when I clean.
But you did ask her about how she doesn't use a lot of things for cleaning, right?
I wasn't trying to say anything bad about her style of cleaning, though.
Also, I hear that you had spoken with some of the other people living within our apartment building, right? Right now, you are causing a lot of stress for Christy while she's already been dealing with a lot of trauma. And now everyone around her, including those moms, have been wondering how she's doing. We thought you understood not to talk with anyone in the apartment building, to try and keep all of this on the down low. Christy is telling me that she no longer wants to see you anymore, okay?
Well, if she's going to say something like that about me, then I have something to say about her myself.
I'm asking you not to say anything. For the time being, you are no longer allowed near us or the house. I get that I'm the one that asked you to come here and help, but I don't want you to cause her any more trouble. So I'd like you to just remain distant from my family.
So that disgusting witch is going to try running away from me now, is she? Well, whether it was today or next week, something like this was bound to happen.
Huh? Disgusting witch? The fact that you're not even going to come and say that to my face makes you a freaking coward. Why would you talk about someone who's struggling with their mental health like that? I seriously never thought you were the type of person that would partake in bullying my wife. The fact that you're acting this way now is putting you in a terrible position.
Carson, I really do think that you being this kind to everyone is a great characteristic of yours. But being nice about everything your wife has been doing is only going to lead you down a heartbreaking path.
What the heck are you talking about?
That Christy, I don't think she's sick with anything at all.
And what makes you think you have the right to think anything like that of her?
Well, can you tell me the name of the hospital she's currently having to go to every day? And can you tell me what kind of medications she's taken to help her feel better?
I don't really ask her about those things. But I've heard about everything she's going through right now. And I see her taking her medications anytime we are eating together.
Well, ever since I've started to clean up around your house and do all of those things, I've noticed something very interesting.
And what interesting thing is that? Did something happen that piqued your interest that much?
When I was just starting to clean you guys' house for you, I noticed that you didn't have enough supplies to clean much of anything in there.
And I told you that Christy has been doing perfectly fine with that minimal amount of supplies.
And I'm sure there are times you help clean around the house and such, but you guys are only wiping off the dinner table and maybe running the vacuum cleaner at most there, right?
Well,
when it comes to actually cleaning the windows and going through with a duster and things like that, you guys aren't doing any of it. Not even bothering to wipe down the kitchen floors every now and then. I don't think anyone in their right mind would say the amount of work you're putting in is enough to call your place clean. But you did say to me that before she started to feel sick, the house was all clean and everything, right?
yeah.
Well, look, the house was clean, but not because of your wife. She's been having all the moms in your apartment building do all the cleaning for you guys. The other moms would all bring their own cleaning supplies to your place and would proceed to clean up everywhere that Christy told them to. And that's why your place was so clean before Christy became sick.
Huh? Why?
I don't know why she'd be doing something like that. The only thing I can say is that she's always been that kind of woman. She's the kind of person that makes others do all the work for her. But after one of those moms would no longer clean for her, she'd find another mom to force into helping around the house. However, they soon began to learn all about Christy's dark side. And when they all learned about Christy, they used her secrets as a way to blackmail her into never asking them for anything ever again.
I'm sorry. I really have no idea what you're talking about right now. can you sum this all up for me?
What is Christy doing right now?
She's sleeping at the moment.
Then what I've said to you so far, and anything else I say to you, promise me you'll never tell her about it yet. After she's gone out to drop off your son at the daycare, I'll tell you everything I know so far. I understand that you might not feel as though any of this is that important to you right now, but I'm telling you that what she's been up to affects you and your son as well. I'd like you to take the day off work if you can. That's how important everything that I have to talk to you about is.
Shauna, you came into our place again? I'm sure you already heard from my husband that we no longer want you over here, right? So why are you still doing things without neither of our permissions? Right now, you are seriously causing me some issues that I'm not going to let go of. This might lead to something more than you being kicked out of our house. We might end up just cutting ties with you entirely.
Well, this is perfect timing then, because I've been planning myself to cut ties to you.
Let me just tell you this. I'm not just talking about myself cutting ties to you. Both your son and your grandson will no longer want anything to do with you as well.
The only one that's about to lose everyone is you, Christy. And of course, that means my son as well.
Huh? What the hell are you going on about right now?
We know all about the bad things you've been up to behind our backs. Up until recently, you'd been having all those moms in your apartment building do the cleaning for you while Carson's out of the house, right? Remember all those moms I was telling you about that ignored me as soon as I told them who I was? Well, those are the same moms that you forced to do your chores.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You sure the hell do, Christy. I think you're better off just telling the truth to me now, unless you want to be in a far worse boat than the one you're already sinking in. And you telling my husband about how I've been picking on you. You've only been saying that because while I'm in the house, you can't be up to those no-good things you like to do, right? And my son is a very nice man. Too nice, in fact. And so he had no way of doubting what you said about me because his heart wouldn't allow him to. Now, tell me, Christy, did you having to act as an adult finally become too much for your selfish butt?
What the hell are you even talking about right now, Shauna?
On days which your husband couldn't take your son to daycare, I've heard some things from all those other mothers. I'd drop him off, and as I was doing so, I could hear all of those mothers talking about what you've been doing behind me. Those moms there still didn't know who I was yet, so before introducing myself, I asked them what they were talking about, and they let me in on it.
You're going to trust what a bunch of strangers are saying about me? You really are aging much quicker than I thought, Shauna.
Well, I'd rather trust all those women over someone as sly and nasty as you. I know the reason you play sick now is because none of the mothers around town are willing to come over and do all the chores for you. You may have been able to keep all of that hidden from my son, but you aren't getting away that easily from me. I've had a good look at those medications he says you've been taking before eating, and all of those are just daily vitamins, right? And when it comes to cleaning around the house, I've come across all sorts of strange things.
Are you telling me that you've been going through my trash now? That's horrifying.
Those medication sheets? I mean those vitamin sheets. Weren't even in the trash, you idiot. But honestly, that stuff is nothing compared to what else I've learned about you. What I'll never forgive you for is how you've been cheating on my son and what you've been doing with my grandson. Before, you'd leave your son with those other moms while you went out to cheat, right?
Stop it with all of these screwed up ideas you have of me! Shauna! How much farther are you planning to make crap up about me before you find you've had enough? Right now, I'm having a serious mental health crisis, and I need to rest without you trying to screw everything up. And those vitamins I've been taking are very important for getting my body back in shape.
Then tell me what hospital you've been going to so often. Something tells me you've been going to the dermatology clinic, though.
And what makes you think I need to tell you about where I go to be treated?
You don't have to tell me if you don't feel like it. I've already found out that you're not going to any hospital or anything like that anyway. I already have the evidence I need of you giving up your son to those other women to take care of him, and about you cheating on my son with another man.
What kind of evidence could you possibly have?
Well, we'll show that all to you when you come and talk to my son and his lawyer about your divorce.
Divorce? Does my husband already know about all of this?
He does. When he came to me crying about how I've supposedly been picking on you, I told him everything I knew about you and your dark secrets. I didn't hold anything back either, because he needed to know about it all. And once he found out about what's been going on, both him and I went out to collect the proof we needed. So stop it with all that lying, will you?
There's no way my husband actually wants to leave me.
Of course that's what you think. He really did pour his heart out for you and everything, didn't he? But after learning about all of this, he's been pushed past his breaking point. He's already told me that he no longer needs you anymore, and so the question has been answered. Have you noticed that the house is a whole lot cleaner than normal? Well, that's due to us having asked a moving company to come and clean all his stuff and your son's stuff out of there.
You're wrong about all of that. I was only asking those other mothers about how to raise my boy. I haven't been doing anything wrong.
I have pictures of you going into some man's house. And all those days that you've said you were going to the hospital. Was that the dermatologist that I'm thinking of? I mean, he seems to want to see all your skin after all. Also, a lot of the other moms have seen you over at his place. And if that's all still not enough, my son has had a good look into your smartphone.
What?
He said if you want to sue him for something like that, you can go right ahead. But you should know your rights when it comes to you both being a married couple. But he has the right to look at your phone. Especially when he's worried about what you've been up to. He really didn't want to believe any of this could be happening. But all the evidence we have proves everything to, in fact, be true. He's seen everything now. And his heart has been cut open by your actions.
Shauna, where is he right now? Where is Carson? I'd really like to see him in person and have a word with him.
You'll be able to see both him and his lawyer when talking about your divorce. So you can wait a little while longer and get all that you have to say together. He's actually having a word with his lawyer right now about you. When they've decided on how to proceed, they'll give you a call.
I don't want to wait for that! I want to talk to him before he decides to get a divorce!
Right now, my son has no heart left in him to see you. He's become a cold and hardened man now, looking for a way out of the web you've tried to hold him in. So please, give him and his lawyer some time to think.
I don't want to get a divorce, though! Do you really think it's okay to leave my son with only one parent in his life?
Oh, there's no need to worry about him. He'll have his father to look after him, as well as me.
What? What about me?
Are you kidding me? You left him with people you barely knew to go have sex with another man. And let's be honest, you never really cared about raising him in the first place, right? He's told me plenty of times already that his mama doesn't really like to play with him.
I don't want to lose them, though. And I gave birth to that boy. And when it comes to Carson, I'll never be able to find another man as nice as him. He's the only man that's ever been willing to forgive anything I do.
And you're the only person he's ever gotten furious about, so that must mean you're not worth his kindness. He's never been this mad before in his whole life, Christy. You even sent your secret man a message saying that your husband is an idiot that would forgive you for even the worst of sins, right? So you took his kindness for granted, and look where it's gotten you. I love my son so much, and seeing that you were talking about and taking advantage of him like that broke my heart.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything I've done.
You are not in the position to be apologizing for any of that anymore. It's very, very hard to win someone's trust back, especially when that someone was so kind to you. Now you're going to learn what happens when you stab one of the nicest men on this planet in the heart. Now I'm going to do as you've wished and allow you to cut ties with me. From now on, you are no longer allowed to be a part of my family, and you'll never speak to us again. About a week after all of that, both my son and Christy had their chat about the divorce. And since the divorce was going to be based on Christy cheating on him, and since he had the evidence of her cheating, there was no fighting what came next. But there was one issue, and that was that Christy looked as though she'd get custody of her son. And that broke Carson's heart even more. And so it took over 3 months for Carson and his lawyer to explore new paths to getting him full custody of his son. But they were finally able to do it. When going to the courthouse with the papers, the judge seemed a bit concerned about it all at first, but in the end, he gave custody of my grandson to Carson. Also, when it comes to all those moms that Christy ended up using to do all her chores and care for her son, They all went to her and made sure that she apologized to every single one of them on her hands and knees. And once all of that had been settled and the divorce finished, she went back to her parents' house, where they told her she was no longer a part of their family either. This led to her going to her secret man's house to try and live with him. But that man was not happy with her after what he thought was just a bit of fun between two unmarried people. Turned out to be him getting a major settlement from her husband. And he kicked her out of his house before she could even take her shoes off there. After that had happened, my son received a call from an unknown number, which turned out to be Christy. She was asking for him to help her out by handing her some money, which means she's in a pretty rough spot right about now. Of course my son said no to her request. And ever since then, he hasn't answered any calls from unknown phone numbers. We're not really sure how life is going for Christy, besides that she doesn't have much money, but we're hoping she's realized just how much she screwed up and never bothers any of us ever again. As for my son and my grandson, the two of them ended up moving into my house with my husband and I. We were really worried about our grandson since he didn't seem to totally understand what was all going on yet. But we ended up sending him to a new daycare, and he's been having a ton of fun there since. And along with that, he also has started going over to some of his newly made friends' houses for playdates, and that seems to have really put a massive smile on his face. His mother apparently never did anything with him before and would just leave him to sit in front of the TV all day, by himself. Had my son and I realized all of this was going on sooner, we could have been there to break him out of her prison. But from now on, everyone in my family is going to do our best to make sure that he never goes another day without feeling someone's love. So with the help of my husband and I, my son is going to put his fatherly foot down and make sure his son is raised into a beautiful young man, just like I remember my son turning into. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.